Some of these bitches need to keep my name out their fucking mouth. Fuck you mean, nigga. I'm the nigga. Nigga, I'm the nigga on motherfucking blog. Nigga, I'm the one on the stream. Nigga, these niggas ain't on shit. These don't want no fucking smoke. Fuck you mean, shorty. Bitch try to set me up, gonna get their ass beat. Bitch, I'll beat your ass, try to set me up, shorty, on everything.
When I'm decorating a space, I'm constantly shopping, even on Yahoo Mail.
Oh, it's so perfect!
Finding the right piece really brings it all together.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, fulfill all your wishes. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have
I'm just letting y'all hear my music and shit, cause you know I got all these videos and songs and shit. So you know what I'm talking about shit. I'm just trying to get my motherfucking promotion up. You know what I'm talking about, shorty, and all the other extra shit. That's for these ass niggas trying to gang up on me at one time. Like I ain't been out here, bro. Got me fucked up like I'm new to this, shorty. Got me fucked up. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what you doing? I know what I'm doing.
The liquid caps for fast relief and ultra. Get powerful relief with new Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, try new Pepto liquid caps for fast relief and ultra coating. Nausea.
Fuck you! Get up, Cartman. Okay, then let's take him to the hospital. You hear that, Fatso? You're going to the hospital. Kyle, maybe this is for real. Fuck you if you're in on this. In on what? Oh, fuck you.
Yes, no, sorry. But because you bought 2 business class tickets.
Motherfuckers got me fucked up. Fuck you. So I got over like motherfucking 4,000 followers. I don't know what the fuck these if I got 4,000 followers, nigga, I'm not no stupid ass nigga, bro. I'm not the one to say, fuck you and all this bullshit. I got like 4,000 followers this month. Out of 1 month, I got 4,000 followers. I'm the man. I'm the man. Fuck you mean, shorty? This is my life.
I can't tell them still smoke, complaining about money, but it's the rock to keep them broke. It's all in the game, we can relive and we die young. You fuck with that white girl, you know she gon' get you slow. See my dog shed tears, she cook, we just giving time. Some niggas got pop because they citrus, they drop them down. They feel in the dark, we got forever to get paid. You fuck with my death, I'm messing up niggas get straight. Hey, 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 I live my life with the fear, and I die for it. That motherfucker tried, and they die for it. They won't beat to the motherfucking death of me. They give a fuck, smoking weed, barbecue, in the sea, all day long. Hey, hey, fuck the fuck police. Fuck it, how the fuck it, cause I ain't straight nothing. Hey, hey, I wouldn't have it, no other way.
You act like a little bitch right now. You act real paranoid and shit. Now these motherfuckers smoked your goddamn cousin in front of you, nigga. Lose your head off in front of your face. You ain't gonna do shit. You act like a little bitch right now, nigga. And fuck that, I ain't let that shit ride.
My brothers are joking, see, I can't tell them still smoke, complaining about money, but it's the rock to keep them broke. It's all in the game, we can relive and we die young. You fuck with that white girl, you know she gon' get you slow. See my dog shed tears, she cook, we just giving time. Some niggas got pop because they citrus, they drop them down. They feel in the dark, we got forever to get paid. You fuck with my death, I'm messing up niggas get straight. Hey, 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 I live my life with the fear, and I die for it. That motherfucker tried, and they die for it. They won't beat to the motherfucking death of me. They give a fuck, smoking weed, barbecue, in the sea, all day long. Hey, hey, fuck the fuck police. Fuck it, how the fuck it, cause I ain't straight nothing. Hey, hey, I wouldn't have it, no other way.
At Skill, innovation has always powered us. And now Skill runs on advanced lithium battery technology, delivering longer runtime, maximum power, and 5-minute recharging. Powering your tools and your tech. Skill, the tools to do the job, the technology to do it better.
Let's talk about the movie a little bit. There was this one scene where I guess your mom was pregnant with you in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she said, my baby daddy's Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
Is that how you got your name?
Yeah. My mom used to love Bootsy Collins, so they started calling me Boots. First, after they was calling Bronson Boots, so they started calling me Boots.
Oh, I learned something new today. So you were actually named after Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're actually talking to Bootsy's people right now about
Yo, I never claimed to be hard, tough, no homo, none of the above. Just a kid from 40th and 9th Ave, Harlem, USA, trying to make his way in the world, you heard? You know, through the trials and tribulations that life brings, I lost some friends, incarcerated, some are gone forever. You know, you can't expect everything from everybody, so get out and get something. That's what I did. Before I had the hammer cock, I say it, Tanner Rock, Little Jerv, Grandpa Jerry, Grandma Uncle Carl, Uncle Ted, Uncle Steve, Uncle Bill, Cousin Steve, Cousin Bill up on the hill. Now, my heart know me on house to my
good morning. I'm Vicki Wynn.
And I'm Joe Fryer. Right now on Morning News Now, vaccine deadline. Amid the confusing nationwide booster shot rollout, controversy in New York City this morning as a federal judge temporarily blocks a vaccine mandate for teachers and other workers in the nation's largest school system. Now officials are concerned about a possible teacher shortage if that decision is reversed. President of one of the nation's largest teachers unions joins us shortly. We'll get her take. Cargo chaos, an issue at major container ports on both coasts, could impact your next trip to the grocery store. The supply shortage is already happening, and the impact this bottleneck could have on holiday shopping. Tragedy on the tracks. 3 people are dead, dozens more injured after an Amtrak train derailed in northern Montana over the weekend with roughly 160 people on board. And this morning, the cause of the accident still remains a mystery.
If we ever said we meant it, if we ever said we left that bitch, I swear to God I mean it. We already in hell. We've been demons ever since I signed the deal. All these bitches. I'm up in all the slugs. I make a call. I make a call and swoop. Nigga, you can check the score. We up on the board. And we all live in lives. If I want it, I'm out of it. I make a call. I make a call and swoop. Nigga, you can check the score. We up on the board. And we all live in lives. If I want it, I'm out of it. Look, get free shot for any nigga who want it. Me and TJ be hunting. I don't talk much, but niggas know how we coming. Niggas know how we coming. That's what I'm gonna keep running. Keep running. Wait for nothing. Wait for nothing.
Finally, Yasso, a ridiculously creamy, crunchy, chocolatey dip ice cream experience with 25% less calories because it's made with Greek yogurt. So thanks for everything ice cream, but we'll take it from here. Yasso, audaciously delicious.
You want to grab your backpack and water bottle?
It's the early school morning rush for Mom Rachel Clausen.
All right, you want to wear that one?
Which now always includes making sure her 8-year-old daughter is wearing a mask. Clausen says that routine is critical because her kids attend a Mesa public school. It's the state's largest district and has no mask mandate in school until after there's a COVID outbreak, though they strongly encourage staff and students to wear masks while indoors.
It's very stressful. We've definitely had a few instances already where she's had exposures. We've thought about switching to other school districts.
And now a new CDC study shows she's right to be concerned. Researchers analyzed data from nearly 1,000 K-12 public schools in Arizona's 2 most populated counties. Some had mask mandates for students and staff from the first day of classes. Others required masks later or not at all. What did they find? Schools without mask mandates were 3.5 times more likely to have a COVID outbreak than schools that started the term with mask mandates.
I love that.
The study's author says these results are already having a ripple effect.
We are certainly hearing from schools saying that because of this study that they intend to keep the policy in place longer.
In the Mesa School District, they currently have nearly 5 cases per 1,000 students and staff. But 30 miles away in the Madison School District in Phoenix, they have less than half the number of on-site active cases per 1,000. Madison School District Superintendent Kenneth Baca says they mandated masks indoors from day one.
All we're trying to do is to keep kids in school and keep them safe.
Those protocols,
freedom. That's what I stand for.
an increasing source of division at schools and businesses across the state.
Let us choose what is best for our children.
Do the CDC findings reinforce what you've established here with mask mandates?
It reinforces it, and it's reaffirming and very comforting to know that the mitigation efforts we've taken is paying off.
The district's mandate and new study results giving Beth Kohler and her 2 kids peace of mind.
Masks and other policies like that help us keep our kids in the classroom, which is where I want them to be and where they want to be.
Parents now armed with new evidence about masks in a debate playing out across the country. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Phoenix.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
I love connecting with the different people who come and sit in my chair. That's why I read different takes on the issues, like the 360 articles from Yahoo News.
That's what I think.
Through in the fight against COVID-19, Merck says it's created a pill that cuts the risk of hospitalizations and deaths from the virus in half. The company now seeking emergency use authorization in the U.S. and overseas. Could this change the way we treat the virus? Also tonight, deal maker in chief, President Biden working the halls of Congress to help pass his $1 trillion infrastructure bill, but still battling some in his own party, forcing Democratic leaders to delay a vote on that bill. In moments, we'll take you live to Capitol Hill. Deadly shootout, police body and dash cam video capturing the moment a suspect opens fire on police during a traffic stop. One officer struck the moment he told his partner, "Please don't let me die." Prison riot massacre, a state of emergency declared after a gang war in Ecuador left at least 116 people dead, some of them decapitated, inmates armed with guns, grenades, and machetes. And the question tonight, how did this happen? The midair collision, the helicopter hitting a plane before crashing to the ground. Federal investigators now on the scene. And have you heard of Squid Game, the horror series that everyone is talking about, why it's taken off, plus the shows and music you'll want to know about this weekend? Top story starts right now. And good evening, I'm Tom Yamas. We begin Top Story tonight with a potential breakthrough in the fight against COVID-19. Merck releasing new data today showing its experimental pill could cut the risk of hospitalization and death from the virus by 50%. The company now working to get emergency use authorization, and if cleared, it would be the first oral medication known to treat COVID. The U.S. has already committed to buying nearly 2 million doses if it's authorized. This as COVID deaths and hospitalizations decline across the U.S. over the last few weeks. But Dr. Fauci today saying it's not an excuse to remain unvaccinated, with experts warning cold weather could lead to another spike as more people gather indoors. We're also tracking more vaccine mandates taking effect across the country. California Governor Gavin Newsom today announcing COVID-19 vaccines will be required for school children once they receive full FDA approval. It's the first such mandate like that in the U.S. And tonight, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor denying a request from some New York teachers to block vaccine mandates. Let's get right to NBC's Gabe Gutierrez.
A COVID treatment in pill form, the first of its kind. Merck, new data out today showing its antiviral drug, taken twice a day for 5 days when symptoms begin, cuts the risk of hospitalization and death in half.
This is a phenomenal result. I mean, this is a profound game changer to have an oral pill that had this kind of effect.
Merck says it's seeking emergency use authorization as soon as possible. The federal government has already contracted to buy 1.7 million doses.
We always hesitate to make any timelines.
The experimental pill is being compared to Tamiflu, which is supposed to be taken within 2 days of flu symptoms.
Well, it does. It makes it a little bit more difficult. However, human instinct.
Grieving mother. This video took more than a month for them to release. And to her point, it's not the full video. It is only edited clips here. That officer was shot and was in critical condition. We're told he is recovering at home. But again, though, that mother calling for the full unedited video to be released.
And the police wanted to release this much because they wanted to correct some of the record.
Exactly. This was more than a month again. And of course, there's heightened attention when we're hearing about particularly black men that are being shot by police. Here in Milwaukee, this was, of course, a concern point. And that is why they said that they wanted to, quote, correct any misinformation or leads that people were going off of. And they said that this video does just that.
But still, questions remain tonight. All right, Vaughn, we thank you for that report. When we come back, arson investigation, the suspect caught on surveillance camera throwing a Molotov cocktail into Democratic Party headquarters in Texas. The FBI now involved in what we've just learned about the suspect. And it's only October 1st, but you may want to buy those Halloween costumes. Why some of the most popular items this year will be hard to find. Stay with us.
Struggling video game retailer
Never seen anything like it.
that sent investors into a buying frenzy.
The first trade I made with it, I did make like $200 off it, and then it just tanked. And I kind of freaked out. I'm like, I don't want to lose any more money than I had lost.
What we're seeing in retail investing is completely unlike anything we've seen before.
Khalil Philander.
A lot of weird turns there. All right, Andrea, thank you for that. And don't forget to tune into Dateline tonight at 9 Eastern right here. Watch and listen to this weekend. At Top Story, we are taking care of you. And helping us out today is entertainment journalist and pop culture expert Brian Balthasar. Brian, great to have you on Top Story.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So talk to me about Squid Games. Everyone is talking about this show. I haven't seen it. I'm not sure I even understand it.
Right. Okay. So it is the #1 series on Netflix.
The driver, 31-year-old Tyron Lamb. The video appears to show leading police on a high-speed chase after driving through a red light. After initially pulling over, Lamb took off. He avoided spike strips thrown into the road, evading police before flying full speed into an intersection, slamming into another car. Two officers approach. The video appears to show the officers yelling at Lamb to put up his hands 18 times.
Get my sponsor now.
While distracted by a bystander, the officers yelling at her to back up.
Back off! We're in pursuit!
But then police say this happens.
Put your hands up now! Let me see that right hand!
The male officer is struck in the face and chest.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! I'm hit!
With his car door open, Lamb turns and then fires at the female officer. Just yards away, she scrambles. He then flees in the direction of the male officer who is already wounded. The two exchange gunfire within inches of each other. The injured officer can be heard pleading for his life.
Please don't let me die. Sit down. Please don't let me die, okay? I'm hitting the hand. The chest.
Police did not release the entirety of their footage. Their reasoning, the case is still being investigated. But Lamb's mother, Nisha, insisting to NBC News Tonight that she wants it unedited and full tape to be released.
Show the unedited version, not clipped versions of it. Everybody, the public want to see it just like I do.
Police footage appears to show Lamb running from the scene.
He's running! He's running!
Police say they were eventually able to catch up to the suspect again, fatally shooting him. The police chief crediting the unnamed officers.
What you'll see in this video is the kind of dangers officers face every day.
I started investing to put money back into my gym. Yahoo Finance helps me research and stay on top of my game. It's about changing your life for the better.
Yay, motherfucker. John Sidney McCain III was an American politician, statesman, and United States Navy officer who served as United States Senator for Arizona in 1987. James Danforth Quayle is an American lawyer.
Clearly, there's a lot of aggression.
In this crazy surveillance video, you can see inmates throw rocks through puffs of white smoke and shield themselves with items like a bulletin board and a trash can. Then fires started to pop up in the yard. Watch as a fireball falls from the roof. There's also this unexplained explosion on the top left side of your screen.
It's a very tense situation. You know, the inmates don't seem right now to want to give up.
Barrett Marson does not represent the Arizona Department of Corrections anymore, but as the former public information officer, he's familiar with this Yuma prison and this type of scenario. He doesn't think it was planned.
After watching some of these videos, it's clear that there's not a mass attempt to escape.
As for the officer's reaction to the chaos,
In these kinds of situations, when people are throwing rocks at you, starting
An inmate with a gun in a cell packed with prisoners. Another appears to be shooting up heroin, all caught on video, on a cell phone smuggled into the jail. Inmates free to roam, even leave. This incredible footage was shown in a federal courtroom in a lawsuit over how to pay to fix horrifying prison conditions.
No gloves on, no net over his head. That's how they gonna feed us. Ain't got a shower.
The footage is several years old and was recorded at the now closed House of Detention in Orleans Parish. The Southern Poverty Law Center says this facility was not alone. Many others just as bad in Orleans Parish are still open. They, along with several former inmates, sued the sheriff Marlon Guzman last April. He's in charge of running the jails.
This is all about a dollar, man. It's so corrupt down here, man.
As shocking as it is to watch this video, reading the details in the lawsuit is just as disturbing. Mental health patients denied care, inmates beaten by staff, and raped by other prisoners, guards instigating fights. This father lost his 32-year-old son to suicide in the prison 2 years ago.
Hearing some of the testimony and looking at some of the video of the jail itself,
These are bits of the prison bars that we break off and make knives out of, you know. So this is how the order is maintained in here.
Es un hacinamiento terrible. El estado de salud es grave.
On 21st of March, Colombia's prison system descended into chaos. Protests over sanitation and overcrowding, sparked by the threat of COVID-19, quickly turned to riots. More than 80 both guards and inmates were injured, and 23 prisoners murdered.
I started investing to put money back into my gym. Yahoo Finance helps me research and stay on top of my game. It's about changing your life for the better.
Tonight, fighting for a deal, President Biden in a full court press to salvage his massive infrastructure bill. And
Had it not been for the very brave choice that my mother made 33 years ago.
But opponents say that was her mom's personal decision, and all women deserve the choice.
No one, specifically the government, has a right to step in and say, hey, you know, we're going to take that away from you.
Emily now joins us from Los Angeles. Emily, that Texas law is now in front of a
Very stressful. We've definitely had a few instances already where she's had exposures. We've thought about switching to other schools.
A dozen women described Riley sending graphic photographs or making hurtful remarks. But for Mana Shim and Sinead Farley, the accusations included sexual misconduct, being pressured to kiss each other as Riley watched, and for Farley, worse.
The first time that she felt coerced, that's the word that she uses, that they went into a room together and something happened.
Tonight, a deadly Amtrak derailment that's left 3 people dead, multiple cars toppling off the tracks, dozens injured.
All of a sudden, it was like this extremely violent force, and it picked me up and threw me from my chair into the wall.
Federal investigators now on the scene trying to determine what went wrong. The growing emergency over vaccine mandates, New York's governor readies the National Guard to fill in for healthcare workers who are likely to quit over vaccines tomorrow, as a federal judge halts a vaccine mandate for teachers in the nation's largest public school system. Booster shots going.
Tonight, high drama on Capitol Hill as President Biden battles to save his agenda. The president making a rare visit to the Hill, meeting with key Democrats as he struggles to unite progressives and moderates behind his multi-trillion-dollar spending plans. Comes after a major blow, the critical vote on that bipartisan infrastructure bill delayed again. Our late reporting from the Hill. Also tonight, the potential breakthrough COVID treatment, the pill that's being called a game changer, said to cut the risk of hospitalization and death by half. Also, the first state in the U.S. to mandate vaccines for students, and news on when the FDA could move on boosters from Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. The deadly midair crash, a helicopter and small plane colliding. The investigation tonight. The school shooting in Texas, an administrator hospitalized. The suspect, a former student. What we're learning. New body cam of Gabby Petito, what she told police about a fight with fiance Brian Laundrie and where the manhunt for him stands tonight. Your mail, why it's getting slower and more expensive starting today.
This is NBC Nightly News.
The name's Bond, James Bond.
This is it.
You don't know what this is.
Who is he? No Time to Die, rated PG-13.
And those conditions have gotten much, much worse.
And in states where COVID rates are higher, the backlog makes.
Did you slap your face or what?
Well, like, he like grabbed me.
postage to send packages through the holidays.
My customers aren't going to like it.
Small business owners worry about the impact.
It would have a drastic effect on me because I'm already having major problems with delays or lost shipments.
Many postal customers aren't surprised.
If the price goes up, they should have more manpower.
Increasing the rate, I support. But as long as the service is good and there's no delays in the mail.
The change is part of Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's controversial plan to put the Postal Service on firmer financial ground. The USPS trying to compete with FedEx, UPS, and Amazon in the internet age, updating a model that's decades old. Lester?
Tom Costello, thanks. Now to our NBC News exclusive. After nearly 100 years, a black family has finally won back something unfairly ripped away from them. A historic beachfront near Los Angeles. Tonight, the great-great-grandson of the original owners is speaking out to our Harry Smith on a victory nearly a century in the making.
The allure of the sandy beaches of Southern California is undeniable, perhaps especially so for African Americans living in the very segregated Los Angeles of the 1920s.
So, where are we now?
Right now, we're in front of the lifeguard station, which is on top of the property that my family used to own.
This is it, right here.
This is it.
Here was lodging, a cafe, and a dance hall, a black paradise developed by Anthony Bruce's great-great-grandparents, Willa and Charles Bruce.
They were doing quite well for themselves, and unfortunately, the community here, they saw it as a threat.
It was a time in America when people were proud of their prejudices. Manhattan Beach claimed it needed the land for a park, paid the Bruces and others a pittance, and while there's a park there now, the land sat vacant for more than 30 years.
When you're robbed of your dignity, when you're robbed of your integrity, when you're robbed of your decent basic rights as a human being,
a gun battle inside the walls of a prison, not a rare occurrence in Ecuador, whose notoriously underfunded and overcrowded detention facilities are hotbeds for gang violence. Tuesday's clash was sparked by a dispute between two prison gangs. They attacked each other with guns, knives, and explosives. It took 5 hours for the police to bring the situation under control. Criminal groups from Mexico, Colombia, and Brazil have long battled for control inside Latin American prisons, which they use to orchestrate drug trafficking and other activities on the outside. In February of this year, nearly 80 inmates died in simultaneous coordinated riots in 3 prisons, including this one in the coastal city of Guayaquil. Ecuador's main port city is a major hub for shipping South American cocaine to the north. In July, President Guillermo Lasso decreed a state of emergency in Ecuador's prison system to allow soldiers and police officers to beef up security checks with an aim to curb attempts to smuggle arms, drugs, and cell phones to inmates.
The liquid caps for fast relief and ultra. indigestion. Get powerful relief with new Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, try new Pepto liquid caps for fast relief and ultra coating. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset. Get powerful relief with new Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, try new Pepto liquid caps for
know me, may know that, okay, I had the thing to say about true believer, being a true believer. And I speak on here about being one with God. You know what I'm saying? And saying don't have horizontal issues. Let's be on vertical.
Y'all know back home, I never sit back. Like the white ball on the pool table, I never get back. Trying to knock haters off of the board. Magnificent a ladies man, but I just knock them off when I'm bored. When I'm bored, I fuck boys and demand them to do my doors. I rate them in high scores to get a business before. I switch hoes like shoes with gators on 22. If a hater gon' hate on me, then believe he gon' hate on you. A hater can hate on me, but I'ma still stay facts. When I box rocks, they do like producers and make tracks. they catch ghosts. But I don't mean to host one. But if they go for it, they sure gonna become a holy one.
I'm the gun, the sun. I shine with octagon. I fuck hoes just for fun. Level cease Pokemon. I wreck on whack tracks. I spread like anthrax. You want me to do a verse? 5,000 plus tax.
A shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
To the heart, but got love for all.
It's all coming together this fall with the DQ Fall Blizzard menu, of course. 7 seasonal sensations like new pecan pie, pumpkin pie, and more. A lineup piled so high with fall flavors, you might just want to jump in. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
This is coming from inside of Facebook. How under siege are they as a company right now?
So we have heard that they actually have taken pretty much all of their researchers and basically blame them for this. It's a very weird mentality over there. They have been kind of throwing those people under the bus, the people that they asked to understand the platform's role in the world. And that's a very kind of aggressive thing for them. I think the memo that Nick Clegg sent out internally is kind of remarkable. You are basically telling your own staff that your company can't be blamed for, as the primary cause, that was the language, for polarization in America. And that, everyone should be proud to work there. But nonetheless, does feel like a pretty remarkable couple of weeks for them internally.
Sometimes I wanna cry, sometimes I wanna die. Could somebody help me? Yo, she died taking a selfie. Yo, I got the bag, yo, fuck with me. Yeah, I wanna cry. I wanna cry, sometimes I wanna cry. She died taking a selfie. I don't think it's healthy. Yeah. So I gotta take pills for anxiety. Yeah. They ain't fuck with me. Yeah. Cause they focus. Ain't got no girl, but nigga ain't hopeless. Yeah. So I put Christ, yeah, show me mine, show me mine, yo, show me mine, yeah, so I put Christ. Sometimes I wanna sit back and cry, and wonder why me, why you pick me, this hardship, yeah, she died taking a selfie.
I got 34,200.
Hey, let me hear that whole Jeff. It's the intro part. Beat by Jeff. The number dudes. But I'm right on now. AK, we new money game. Kill. Type 1. Yeah. Play with that young, that nigga gon' bomb. Run out that set, get that shit to my mom. Put in with the fashion, this shit came from Tom. I came from the mud, this shit took some time. I remix the Drake and serve it like he blind. Put dick in your bitch, that little bitch be crying. I still go to the pad like a press with Ryan. Give me that head, baby, come with your mind. 2 minutes, bust down, make them hot white in line. We know you broke, little bitch, you just fine. I went up like a balloon, pack it sealed like a cocoon. I'm a young ass nigga, I'm a young tycoon. We 100 niggas, they like gon' be doomed. I left that bitch, she ain't match my speed. I'ma start walking the club, no ID. She love me, eat me, P.I.E. If you try to jet, you gon' D.I.E. We took his gas, left his ass on E. Brand new glizzy, I got it from D. I'm full of that drink, pull over, gotta pee. I come with the Draco, I heard it had pee. You don't know how to shoot, boy, go to the gun range. Big bad wolf, I let my nuts hang. Come to PE, we gon' shoot through your Mustang. Light red Hellcat, it's like a candy cane. Stop calling my phone. Your bitch got wet, had to put up some cones. My hair real nappy, I need me a comb. Spin a bin, put 6 in his dome. Jump out the package and then get it gone. My ears keep popping, you know that I flown. Why they saying Glocky, these fuck niggas clown. Reach through your bitch like Judy B. Jones. I touchdown, ooh, Julio Jones. Mafia shit like Al Capone. You don't come around cause you know that you told. Don't drop on our pints, had to go on the road. I sit down and go out to eat. I smoking big woods on the penthouse balcony. We in the field, but don't got no cleat. I keep a K cause these fuck niggas after me. I know that I make these fuck niggas jealous. Ain't worried about shit, we gon' blow like propellers. We been talking cutthroat, don't send letters. We taking bread, so please don't let us. Yo, bitch smoking cigarettes, that bitch stretch. My bitch wear LV, we living blessed. I'm back on that fuck shit, you know the rest. They come up from Tushy, we taking your breath. Your left ain't feel right, killed them and left. I'm sipping good off the top of the shelf. I'm top tier. Little brother the devil, he don't have fears. We seeking revenge, we don't shed tears. Pull up to your spot, we killing all peers. We pull up and shoot like the old Paul Pierce. If the jig on the way, let me know where you here. They got on the map, they gon' come from the rear. We made them crash like they driving off beers. We took all that shit and ran off on them queers. Yeah, back at it, nigga. Ha, back at it. But your hoe a crack at it. Yeah, new money. Gang gang. Yeah.